Good morning, YouTube. Today we're going to change the oil in the Project 599 Ferrari.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan. This is my garage, and this channel is all about the supercar ownership experience, buying and selling them, maintaining them, DIY work on them, and I can help you with your supercar needs. So if you're looking to buy or sell a car, or if you have questions about supercars, go visit my website, normalguysupercar.com, and there you can hire my consultation services. I also have buyer's guides and even t-shirts. So all those sorts of things help me out, and also they'll help you out to make a better decision and possibly save you money when buying one of these cars. So again, go to normalguysupercar.com, check out my consultation services. All right, so we are continuing to work on the 599 project car, the 599 GTX, which I know is controversial. People are like, oh, it should be the GTM, whatever. I'm calling it the GTX. As you know, we are going to be converting this into a manual transmission. But in the meantime, there are some other things I'm trying to take care of so that this car is perfect, ready to go for one of you to buy. So as soon as we're done, one of you can scoop this up for me and have an amazing car that's ready to rock and roll. We've got scheduled a few things. We got new tires scheduled. It's going to be a little bit. We got to get some special tires. I just put on some scrape guards so that this thing's not going to get scraped when you go on something that's like a steep curb or whatever. But we also need to change the oil. So the oil is already indicating that it needs to be changed. I don't know when the last time it was changed, so we're just going to change it. The oil on this thing is 12.5 liters. Huge oil capacity. We're going to do that. I've already got the car up in the air because I was working on it already for the scrape guards. So we're just going to continue on and do the oil change, kind of take care of two birds with one stone. So if you haven't already seen that video, go check out. We put on the slip low scrape guards. You can buy those at bit.ly/NGS scrape and use the code NGS10 for 10% off. We've got the shop dog Mo helping me out today. Mo, you look pretty cozy under the car. Why do you always like hanging out under the car, huh? You're always right where I need to be. I swear, that's your mission in life, is to make my life more difficult. Wow, you look really tired, huh? Yeah, you're tired. Oh, it's so hard being a tired dog. Yeah. So just like every procedure on every Ferrari, we have to remove the stupid under tray panels. It's always a pain in the butt. Hopefully it's not as difficult as it is on the 458. I was taking a look under there. It doesn't look like it's gonna be the easiest thing. A bunch of 10 mil bolts. We're just gonna get that thing out of there. We're gonna have to probably raise and lower the car at least once, maybe twice, depending on where all the bolts are. But all right, let's start doing that. Mo, you are gonna have to move, Mr. Mo. Okay, Mo, go on. Move. Go on. Yeah, there you go. Good boy. Move. All right, we got all the screws off, so now we got to drop the car down so we can actually get the panel out of the way. So let me tell you, I've done 360s, 430s, 458s, 488s, 355s, Testarossas, and now the 599. And I will tell you, this thing's bottom tray is probably the most annoying. It's the biggest, heaviest, and it's just obnoxious to get out of there. But there it is. It's huge, and just so you know, there are a lot of the 10 mil bolts all over, and then at the very front of the bumper are 3 4mm Allen screws hidden by little plugs. So my plugs were missing, but there's 3 little 4mm Allens that you gotta remove at the very front of the bumper. It like basically attaches the bumper to this under tray. What a pain in the butt. Okay, now we can get the car back up in the air and actually do the oil change. Okay, YouTube, we ran into a snag. So I thought this would be like the 458 and take the 5W40 Pennzoil Euro Platinum synthetic oil. And no, this one's 10W60, which I'm having a hell of a time trying to find any of that stuff. I went online and I found some Shell Helix Ultra 10W60, which is exactly what they require in this thing, but it's not gonna be in for about 2 weeks. So we're gonna put the oil change on pause and not do that.
Eventually.
Good morning, YouTube. So it's been like, actually it's been about a month. So it took about that long for me to actually get the oil, but guess what? We have oil, so we're gonna do the oil change. And of course, now you notice we are not at my house. We are at Exotic Power and Performance. So we're gonna do this work at Josh's shop. Josh is right here. And also I've got Gabe with me. So we're actually in the middle of doing the 599 conversion. We just got the transmission out. I thought it was a good time to change the oil. So let me show you what we've got. All right, we have 14 liters of Shell Helix Ultra 10W60. I had a special order of this stuff. It took a while to get in. It took about a month. Here it is in all of its glory. This is like straight up racing stuff. We aren't messing around. That is actually the oil that is recommended from the Ferrari factory for for this car. So that actually brings up an interesting thing I wanted to talk about for a moment, which is why I'm always using like Shell stuff. So, you know, why is it you're always using Pennzoil in your car as well? Because Pennzoil is actually made by Shell. Shell Helix Ultra is obviously made by Shell as well. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Obviously, Shell has sponsored my video, right? So Shell has been involved with my channel for quite a while. As you know, if you've been watching the channel a long time, I don't take sponsorships lightly. I only will allow companies to sponsor me if they're a company that I actually believe in and actually want to use their product, or use their product even without their sponsorship. So I was already using Pennzoil and already using Shell products before I got the sponsorship. So now I have the sponsorship, it's just kind of like, great. Let's do work together.
Well, and it's not like Shell and Pennzoil is Opie's backyard discount oil.
Right.
Either.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, right? This is some good stuff. So here's the thing. Whether or not you believe me, you don't have to. Go look up the data. This is what I recommend. So like, as a data nerd, right? I'm from the computer world. I base decisions on data. Go look up the data. Really, that's what it comes down to. Go look up Pennzoil, go look up Shell oil, go look up Shell fuels, go look at the V-Power Nitro Plus, and see what the data actually says about that stuff. Do that for yourself, and then make the decision. I don't want to hear anyone in the comments below being like, blah, blah, blah is better. My uncle said so. I don't care what your uncle says. I don't care what Billy Bob says. Go read the facts. Go look at the data. That is what you make your decisions on. Don't listen to me, because again, I'm just another person. Because if you say, well, Dan said I should buy it, well, then now I'm just that guy. Like, I'm Billy Bob, right? Go look up the data, and then you can say, the data says this is the good stuff. That is why I'm using it. So that is literally why I'm using it. Anyway. Okay, I think I made my point. I don't want to beat it home too hard, but you guys get the drift, right? It is important to use good stuff. Why would you have your toy car, your thing that you love so much, and put in crap? That just doesn't make sense. Like, you don't want to cheap out and buy the cheap crap. Why would I buy cheap fuel? Why would I buy cheap oil? I'm not. I'm gonna buy the good stuff because I really care about this car. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna change the oil of this thing. It won't be very difficult. Now the under tray is off, and we actually have it on lift, so that makes it a lot easier. All right, we've got one big old drain plug right there, and then we have this sump right there. Josh has already positioned the massive oil catch can for the sump, so we'll start with that guy, get it drained, and then we'll do the oil plug over here.
Yeah.
Let's be smart about this.
Stand back. Yeah. Yeah,
Have
we
some rags ready. All right, especially this plug, because this plug, there's a screen in here, right? Oh yeah, I can just let it fall.
All right.
So much nicer working at a shop with the real stuff. We just let it go.
Oh.
Nice.
Nice.
Jackpot.
What's this big guy?
This is the Hill Engineering part
Yeah, it's been used as a press tool as well, so the number's a little.
for the oil filter.
Sweet.
That's the nice
Still
thing
draining
about Hill
here.
Engineering. They make such nice tools. I've even used that for pressing.
Yeah, it's barely beat up.
Yeah.
All right, got a new crush washer on my drain plug. Plug it up.
Calculator action.
Yeah, torque it down to about, I think it's 30 Newton meters, a little bit over 20 foot-pounds. Need a bigger wrench.
Yeah. Whoa! Oh! Scared me.
Glug, 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 glug. It comes out a lot easier when it's warm. You usually want it warm, but we didn't have that luxury.
Nope. Had to take that out.
Okay. So we go to 40. Alright, so we underdid it. It was 60 Newton meters, not 30. It's like 43 foot-pounds. Glad we didn't let that sit. Okay, same with this plug too.
60 again.
Well, good lord. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, God, I don't want to strip it. Alright, finally. Oil filter. Oh, come on. Bigger wrench.
Bigger wrench.
Much bigger.
There we go.
No problem.
Splash, splash. There it is.
I don't want
There you
it
go.
to splash me in the face. There it goes. Alright, we're gonna pre-charge just a little bit of oil because it's actually... Whoa,
Whoa.
this is a really full bottle. Crap, I'm making more of a mess.
Dang it.
Yeah, make sure to lubricate that gasket. Actually got a little oil that spilled into the outer edge. I'm gonna mop that up. So this is what's 30 Newton meters. Okay. Yeah. Oops, 30 Newton meters, sorry, is 25-ish foot-pounds. There. There.
Click. Wow, I forgot what this looked like on the ground.
Yeah, I know, right? Prop rod.
Prop rod.
Oh, right there, look at that. Shell Helix Ultra 10W60. Okay, first liter. Some thick stuff. So we're gonna do 10 liters. Call it good until we can actually start it up.
Which won't be for a while.
Yeah. 4, 5.
It's pulsing. Look at that.
Breathing life into my car. Okay, well there you have it. The oil change on the 509 is actually not too bad once you get that tray off. That tray is really difficult. 4/5/8 tray is pretty difficult. That tray is even worse. That might be the worst Ferrari bottom tray I've had to deal with. Not too bad once you do that, then it goes pretty quickly. Again, if you didn't know, this video was sponsored by Shell. Thank you so much to Shell for participating on my channel and being a sponsor of my channel and helping me keep this channel going. You guys know that they are awesome. They have amazing products. Their Shell V-Power Nitro Plus is literally the only gas that I put in my Ferraris because that's the only gas I trust. In fact, when I actually plot my road trip courses, I don't search for gas stations, I search for Shell. Don't forget, we're actually gonna be going on a big road trip very, very soon. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the 509 is gonna be done in time. There's a chance, but it's unlikely. This will probably be going on the road trip. I'm gonna be doing a video talking about how to prepare your car for a road trip because, you know, so it's really important to make sure that you have your car prepared correctly if you're gonna go on a big road trip, but more importantly, make sure that you're using good oil and good fuel because then you're not gonna have some problems on the road, at least hopefully not. Certainly not because of the fuel. So that's actually one of my big fears is like, especially when you leave your kind of known area, you're like, oh, I don't want to like fill it with some sketchy gas at some sketchy gas station. And who knows if there's like rust in the tank and if the fuel is bad and if the 93 octane is actually 93 or is it like, you know, like 89 marked as 93, I don't know, that sort of stuff. All those reasons are why I choose to use Shell V-Power Nitro Plus. Also, if you didn't know, you can actually sign up for their Fuel Rewards program and save 5 cents a gallon on every single fill up. Go do that. And it actually tracks your gas and all that stuff. I've saved way over $100 just in the last year on fill up. Of course, I kind of use a lot of gas. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. We have tons of car stuff coming your way. And again, we're going to continue working on this 509, so stay tuned for all that. It's going to be sweet.